Right. Yeah, right. So we were discussing about cultural standards. Most of the theoretical aspects we discussed last week. Today I'm going to conclude this, right? I want to do some questions and last we want to do kind of assignment about agricultural activities and biological assets. So after completing this standard, you should know what it is, political aspects and possible questions, and basically the state of decisions about agricultural activities, know the substance of the standard. Why we are using this? Which type of practical applications are there? There are thousands, millions of questions. There is this standard. There are some of the things you don't have instant answer. Right? So then, request is you should know this standard by heart for the sake of getting a pass for the this exam, right? So then I will do kind of a quick recap. But we were discussing about today I'm going to complete government grant related to agricultural activity. Right? This is the area I want to cover today, and with this, I want to discuss some of the disclosed related to agricultural activities. So that's the remaining part, and parallelly, I'm going to start the other standard LKS 33 earning per share EPS, right? That's the plan for today. So by day, we are completing at least one standard. So then you should have kind of a plan. Today I am learning this. Need to complete this. So we can't wait till the last minute to complete, right? Not like auditing, which and everything we are discussing same subject, but here totally different topics, right? If you are missing one lecture, that will impact to the whole exam, right? So then that's the first time you are learning, maybe, and that may be the last time you are learning. So then we'll try to do kind of a revision. In the revision also, we can't cover much in this syllabus content. Then I'm telling that your participation for lectures and attention, hybrid attention should be there once we are discussing theoretical aspects. Okay. Right. What we were discussing about agriculture, basically agricultural activity. We had different questions. We have different assets as at the reporting date, like living animal, living plant, and we have living animal, but we don't have agricultural activity. So what are they? Animals in a zoo. Animals in a zoo, not a biological asset. So there is no agricultural activity. We are not managing that asset for agricultural perspective, right? It's a different perspective. And some of the, let's say, fish in the ocean. Fish in the ocean is not a biological asset. But if you are cultivating fish in a kind of a fish farm or prawns farm, it's a biological asset. It's an agricultural activity. So you are managing. That's the core concept you need to get from this. Are you managing the agricultural activity? You are getting a result. Then it's more biological asset or agricultural use. So that is the core concept we discussed. Biological asset we classified to two main categories. Right? Two main categories. Last row, you can't see the board, right? You have blue. We had two categories: living animal, living plant. Living animal, living plant. Living animal, they are a plant, they are animal. Living animal, they are animal, they are a plant. This may be okay. They are animal, consumable animal, and then they are plant, consumable plant. Right. So then today I am focusing about how we are going to measure this. We had a discussion, but I want to recap that. That's the core concept we discussed under this panel. Right. So we are discussing about agricultural standard 41. We want to focus about biological asset and agricultural produce. Biological assets can be divided into two main categories. It may be a plant or animal. Plant or animal also can be classified to two. They are a plant or consumable plant. They are animal or consumable animal. That's the basic understanding you should have. So then, measurement basis. Measurement basis. Measurement basis we discussed. It's very simple. Fair value less cost to sell. Fair value less cost to sell. Fair value less cost to sell. Then we had a doubt, what is the fair value? What's the fair value? Fair value, we have a separate standard. What is that? Self-RS 30. Self-RS 30. We are separated there in that standard. Right? Self-RS 30. And cost to sell. Which type of cost we need to incur once we are selling that? Cost to sell. It may be taxes, it may be kind of a commission, different cost we need to incur to sellable condition. Fair value less cost to sell. The fair value less cost to sell need to be used for consumable animal, bearer plant, consumable plant, and then bearer. Only for bearer plant, we have option to use, not option, it's a must to use. The case 16, the PP&E. Bearer plant. So then under PP&E, what are the options we have? It may be first model or evaluation model. First model or evaluation model. This is the basic understanding you should have. Are you okay? Then you should ask the question, right? Why we are counting bearer plant by using 60, but still bearer animal we are using 41. Here 41. Here 41. Do you have some type of questions? They are an animal, they are a plant. They are animal, they are a plant, they are a take a look at it. Take a they are an animal, they are a plant. You have a living animal, living plant. The expectation of the outcome may be more than 1 year. They are an animal or they are a plant. They are animals. We are keeping Colombo with you purpose. We are having a poultry farm to have kind of a parent bird. So, a stable person. Keep producing person. Right? Keep producing person, you are having parent bird. Parent birds we are using more than 1 year. And that is type of a parent animal. Parent plant. Tree, or whatever, we are expecting more than 1 year. Coconut tree. Whatever the trees we are using more than 1 year, right? So the my question is, so where plant we are using separate standard, but where animal they use separate standard. Keep in mind that where plant we have to use separate. Where animal we have to use 41, right? So what's the difference? The same, right? Here we have a living animal and a plant. We can see that biological transformation in both assets. In a tree also we can see biological transformation. We can see a kind of a growth and we can see harvest, right? Different changes, daily changing. We can see flowers and then harvest and different changes daily. Kind of a animals, okay, they are growing. They are degenerating, they are giving, let's say, pets of, you are keeping pets for selling purpose, you are keeping pets for kind of a degeneration purpose. You are getting baby puppies. Now, the businesses are there, they are keeping parent birds to get small ones. Right? So the reason is, the reason selling purpose, we are keeping a parent birds. So that's the kind of a which type of asset. So they are animals. They are animals. So what's the exact reason? We are giving two different standards. Step value is up there. For biological, they are a plant, we have a step value. They are an animal, we don't have a step value. Both we are having step value. Why? Let's say mango tree after harvesting, like 10 years, it's a very old mango tree, it's a very disturbance to your house or homes. You are going to remove that, you are going to eradicate that. So once you are eradicate, but removing that, you can sell that for firewood. Right? So this step value. If you have kind of a farm, you are keeping these birds for declaring purpose. So after having eggs, bird can sometimes it's done. So then forever you're going to lay eggs from. So after like 2 years, maximum 2 years, theoretically 64 weeks, maximum 2 years, right? No 2 years, you can get eggs. After that, after that, elder homemade results. So then, those are the meats you are using as curry chicken. Yes, curry chicken is boiled chicken. You can use boiled chicken and curry chicken. Curry chicken is again elderly. Step value. So then both assets having step value. That's identical. That's not a difference. But the standard setters have had a kind of a concern about fair valuation. About fair valuation. On biology, they are not bare animal, bare plant. The fair valuation of bare plant. Standard setters, why they are developing this type of standards? The reason is we have a set of questions, problems. As a result of series of problems, we are having a standard. Right? So then once you are giving a standard, it should be a kind of a flexibility. practical solution for the decision makers. So then they wanted to give this 41. Firstly, they wanted to give flat 41. In every biological asset, living animal, plant, you have to use 41. But there's a difficulty to do fair valuation. Some of the entities, if you have bear a plant, it's very difficult to do the fair valuation. It's very costly to do the fair valuation. Most of the cases we have bear plants. Most of the cases we have bear plants. Especially the, let's say, we are keeping cultivation, we are expecting more production for long run. The tea plantation, rubber plantation, both are bearer plants. So then once you are having bearer plants, it's really difficult to do fair valuation. So then, let's say we have small players in the market. We recommend to do the fair valuation. They have to spend much money to do the fair valuation. Very difficult. We need to monitor the, monitor the age of the plant, and then the what do you call that, density and the fat composition of the plant, and then number of fiber. What do you call fiber? To kind of 1 centimeter, how many wood fiber containing in that plant. So those are the inputs we need to do the fair valuation. To monitor these things, very difficult. Managing these things may be easy, but monitor and getting numbers may be really difficult. As at the reporting date, we need to have all those numbers to do the fair valuation. Then easy. Very difficult. Can we get a market value for this? That's another challenge. So if you have kind of a bear animal, what we have other market can put on again? Bear animal can it be now? Yes. You have a bear animal and bear plant. What's the asset you can easily sell? Bear animal, right? Bear animal you can easily sell. If you have bear plant, it is difficult to get a market value. We have a challenge to get the market value. So then, definitely, we can't get alternative market value. So that's what we have to do. Definitely for bear plant, we should have a cash flow forecast. To do a cash flow forecast may be very difficult. That's why I am giving a kind of guidance. You can choose LK 60 for bear plant. Right? So then, once you are using LK 60, you have two options. What are they? The example how LK 60 option was present and the great Google something in that sense. These two examples, we have postmodal and evaluation model. Postmodal means whatever the incurred cost can be capitalized as we can see in that. So they can giving option to users and choose. No need to do evaluation. That's the benefit for financial division as well as to the management. Right? That knowledge should be there with you now. Are you okay? Right. Done. Then we discussed about 3 topics. Definition we completed and the recognition. Recognition we completed. So then basically, once you are recognizing a biological asset, I tell it, but they are not happy. Then ගොඩක් වෙලා යන ගොඩක් කට්ටිය ඉන්න නිසා මම දැන් ඕන කට්ටිය ඉක්මනට ඉඳ ගන්න. ඇත්තට යාන්න පුළුවන්. Right. Delete එක ගේම් ප්‍රති ගේම් එපා. ඔව්. Right. Whatever the standard, you have definitions and then recognition and then measurement. So we discussed what are the criteria we need to evaluate to recognize the biological asset. That's basically criteria we need to focus to identify assets. Only thing is, behind that, we should have an agricultural activity to identify a biological asset. Open set environment. You have a control over the assets, right? That's why I shared one of my examples. We are growing some of the plants, not in our lands, in different lands, owned by different people, but still the ownership control with us, so we can capitalize it as our asset. That's the recognition criteria. If I ask to the exam, what are the biological asset recognition criteria? Similar with the asset recognition criteria. So what are they? As a part, event, yeah, controlling an asset, having future economic benefit. That future economic benefit can be measured reliably. People will think. ඒක තමයි පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ කරන්නේ. Control the asset as a result of past event. Yes. It is probable that future economic benefit associated with the asset will flow to the entity. Cost and the value can be measured reliably. Right? And then the measurement basis. Measurement basis we discussed. Right. Measurement basis. Measurement basis, we are coming to here. Fair value less cost to set. The fair value is the challenge. So that for that we have a certified 13. So the certified 13 or learn කරනකොට මේක separately ඉගෙන ගන්න ready වෙන්න එපා. So then whatever the area you need to refer fair value, you have to use certified 13. So then for certified 13, once you are reading a certified 13, scope in area are there and scope out areas are there. But scope out areas, you can't consider 13. But most of the cases, you have to use certified 13 for evaluation. That's a common standard, right? Common standard. Common standard you have to reach. So we have some of these standards specific to that area. PPIE 16, 23 borrowing cost, 40 investment property, 36 impairment, 36 and 30 common standard. Whatever the standard refer to impairment, we have used 36. Whatever the standard refer to fair value, we have used 30. 13 says you have different techniques to fair value. Different techniques to do the fair valuation. It may be market approach, it may be income approach, it may be kind of a valuation, right? Cost approach, market approach, Market approach, income approach, and the cost approach. Different approaches are there. So what's the best option? Market approach. We can get the market value as a fair value. That's the best option. So then if you can't get the market value, so then what have to do? To do the fair valuation, we can't get the market value. So then we are trying to get a comparable market value. The similar asset. So what are the prices they are using in the market? You can't sell the similar asset in the market. We have to do a cash flow forecast and valuation. Those are the sales ratio to valuation. Well, that will be discussed in detail once we are discussing the part 30. So we are discussing level 1, level 2, level 3 valuation. Observable and unobservable inputs can use related disclosure. So it's really important standard, the part 30. So then last week we discussed so what are the implications we can get from 1341. So you are having kind of a set of assets or agricultural produce. You don't have the active market, need to take a comparable market. You don't have a comparable market, then you need to do valuation, calculation of free cash flow kind of a estimation that should be done. Right. So whatever the asset or produce, agricultural produce. So that's the basic understanding now you have. So then here we have biological asset and agricultural produce. You know the relationship, right? The outcome we are getting from biological asset, we consider as the agricultural produce. Both we are using fair value as cost to sell. In this scenario, we are using cost to revaluation model. If it is a bearer plant. The same approach, if you are using revaluation model, this may be kind of a similar approach. Once you are for bearer plant, you are using 16 and then you are using revaluation model. So then it may be similar with this. But the gain from revaluation will be transferred to OCI. But here, fair value less cost to sell, gain or loss will be transferred to P&L. That's a different. Because difference එක කිව්වේ තේරෙන්නේ නැත්නම් ඒක consider කරන්න එපා. ඔය තේරුම් ගන්න ඕනේ මොකද්ද? For biological asset and biological agricultural produce. Biological asset and agricultural produce. You have to use fair value less cost to sell except where fair value less cost to sell. So then if you have a mango tree here, as at the cutoff date, you have a mango tree and in the tree we have some fruits and some flowers also there, baby fruits also there. As at the cutoff date, and some of the mango we have already harvested. So then we harvested, that is in a kind of a we have already harvested and it was nearby the tree. Set of mango is there, and then we have transferred this mango to the kind of a factory to produce jam. Here we have mango. 31st December. what you have to do? So then 31st December, this old mango should be in the balance sheet. Should be in the balance sheet. Mango on the tree, in the bucket, at the this factory. 3 different places we have mango, same mango. So then as at the reporting day, අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් the reporting date එක පස්සේ එන්න කියලා mango ටික සේරම කඩලා අපිට යනකම් බෑ. So as at the reporting date, we need to account this, right? So we should know what's the exact accounting treatment, what's the exact standard we need to follow. Accordingly, we need to decide the measurement method, right? So then, this is, what is this? This is the agricultural produce. Agricultural produce. What is this? This is the inventory. This is inventory. What is this? It is still a biological asset. It's a biological asset. It's a biological asset, not agricultural produce. For this one, 41. This one, 41. This one, 2. So then how about the mango tree? How about the mango tree? Mango tree, 16. Right? Clear? Mango tree is a bearer plant, 16. Whatever the mango on the tree, the biological asset. It's a biological asset still 41. Right? And then harvested mango under the mango tree, agricultural produce 41. Transferred mango to the factory, inventory, LKS 2. Right? LKS 2, what's the measurement basis? Cost and NRV average. Cost and NRV, keep in mind. So, I explain cost O NRV, cost and NRV is lower. A decade, 2 billion is the difference. Cost O NRV is lower, cost and NRV is lower. Correct, cost and NRV is lower. That should be used for inventory, right? Okay. So this is clear. Doubt තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න. සර් මේ මෙතනදලා මෙතනට යන අතර මග නම් තිබුණේ මොනවද කියලා. මෙතනදලා මෙතනට ගෙනියන අතර මග නම් ඒ ටික වෙන්න පුළුවන්. So you are cultivating mango in down south, you are factory in the Jaffna. So then you do transport that. So then 31st December, now it's like almost 12 o'clock. So then, what is the cutoff treatment? So then this type of questions are there. Okay, right. What else? Government grants. Before we are coming to government grants, we'll do kind of questions, no? You heard that class logging was created recently. I couldn't upload all those things. Today itself, I will upload all the tunes and these presentations to the LMS. So then you can refer that standards, past papers.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
I share a set of questions to the group relating to agriculture. And go through that, and I have given answers as well. Let's go through that. You can understand the practical aspect of that. Then you can go to the assignment related to agricultural activity. So there you can understand it and do assignment. You have to complete that. You know you are learning what it is. How you can use then okay. Just not saying that. How's that? But it says, can we categorize denomination animals as biological assets? Animals in a zoo, fish in the ocean, working animals. We have already discussed about animals in the zoo. Can't be categorized as a biological asset. But you can question, you can see kind of a biological transformation. In a zoo, maybe baby parent or parent bird may be there, parent animal may be there. If we have kind of a female or male animal, so then they can degenerate small ones, right? So then you can question there's a biological transformation. Right? But then again we need to question, there's a biological transformation. Is there any target, any management expectation on that? No, there is no such expectation. But that's a result of the nature. That is not an agricultural activity. The expectation of the zoo is an entertainment, selling entertainment, right? It is not an agricultural activity. So then, in a zoo, if you have a separate section, two kind of a degeneration or creating small ones, it's a biological activity. It's an agricultural activity. That's a different aspect. That's a different objective, right? We are discussing here the theory. The implication may be very practical, right? We are discussing about very practical topic, practical standards, right? And I'm not going to discuss this fish in an ocean, right? Fish in an ocean, not a biological asset. Working at, they are using animals for vegetables, right? Some of the animals we are using for security purpose, right? Security purpose. Guard animals, yeah. Some of the animals we are using entertainment purpose, transport purpose, right? So those animals, we can't consider that as a biological asset, right? It's not a biological asset. I have depicted here a picture. Say dog we are using for guard dogs or breeding. You using dogs for the breeding purpose. Two different standards. Different standards. So then you can come to the question number 2. Read that and understand it. And take the go to the answer. Put understanding about how you are going to measure the pair value. What's the exact treatment? So this type of question can be tested in the exam. The second question, right? On the first question. First question are given on a paper. On the case study का कितना हमारा main question. The case study का question हुआ है. सादा आंदोलन करने में दिन देते. तो सवाल वाह study का देख लो. साथ में कैसे करते हैं. और मेरे बारे में मेरे बारे में body money can get here. Right? So then we should learn about this zoology or whatever the biological aspects in the land. That's the requirement. But it says the audit team of SPL has identified following issues observation related to biological assets of SPL as 31st March 2023. The company incurred 6.5 million on planting new tea bushes at the year end, and the entire cost was charged to the profit or loss under cost of sales. First one. The fair value of non-harvested tea leaves available in the mature tea bushes. What do you mean by that? Non-harvested tea leaves on tea bushes. It's like that mango, right? Non-harvested, matured mango on the mango tree. Non-harvested tea leaves on the matured bushes. So the asset reporting date is in last year to be the availability. That's very difficult. It's a material value. Let's say you have 500 acres of tea you take. So then the material amount was there from the matured bushes uncut tea. So then what's the count treatment for that? How are you going to measure it? Yeah, reading that. Sir, That question is not relevant to 41. Then normally, if you are giving kind of if they are having agriculture they are animal for kind of different perspective. We need to use PPIP standard normally, right? Let's say whatever the elephant we are using for Peraharan, so that animal we need to treat as the PPIP. So that's straightforward, right? Let's say if you have like a security firm, you have a guard dog. So this guard dog is a PPIP to your company. PPIP. So then the question is another step ahead. So that company, we are rented out guard dogs. We are rented out guard dogs for some other person. So he's asking, for that, can we consider fixed in or is it a reason? Are you getting the question? We have kind of a hired animal, not for the agricultural perspective, but for different perspective, right? We hired kind of a, let's say, we are giving dancers and every option for the Beraharan. We don't have elephants, right? What we are doing is we are renting out, not renting out. We get this elephant for the rent agreement for giving for this entertainment task. This is a syllabus 16. Do we need to recognize site of use assets? Question. So then, based on that rent agreement, we need to evaluate it. There is a long-term rent agreement or short-term rent agreement. If it is more than 1 year, let's say 5-year rent agreement. So 5-year rent agreement is there to control that elephant. So then 5 years, anyone can't control that elephant, we can control that elephant. If it is so, accordingly we need to treat. So then we can create a right of use asset over that elephant. We have a right to control. අපි තමයි සතරට කන්න දෙන්නකොට මෙතන හැරෙන්න යවන්නේ කියන එක. So you have to control. So then you need to consider that as a right of use asset that should be capitalized in the use asset. Right? It's a different question. Are you okay? ඒ වගේ ගොඩාක් ප්‍රශ්න පුළුවන්. ඉතල දැන් මම ඒක බලලා අර යනකොට ඉතල උත්තර දුන්නා. ඔයාලට පුළුවන් වෙනකොට ඒක. So that's your role, right? After getting down in degree, that's your role. If there's a question like this, you need to interpret, you need to give the solution to the audit committee and the board of management. You should have a clear answer. That answer can't be, it clearly says the standard. So for that we don't want you. You can't say that it clearly says the standard. If you stop with that, that's not your role. Standard again, even the board again or in order. So then what you do is, you should have a proper interpretation, the benefit. Once you are classifying this way, what are the benefits to the entity? Right? So then, as a series of research, we have given this definition. We have given this the measurement basis. There should be a reason. There should be a benefit to the entity. That benefit should be explained by you to the board of management. That's your role. Okay. So question number 2, I think you are okay, right? Do I need to explain? I don't think. So then, as I explained previously, whatever the incurred cost to grow small these pea bushes, it's a expense need to be capitalized as PP&E. As a PP&E, they are a plant. Whatever the incurred cost to grow the plantation is the PP&E, the capital expenditure. Right? Simple. If you are buying let's say you are buying some parent birds in the sense to get small chicks, you need to buy parent birds. Parent birds, some of the research, you can't buy the chicks, you can buy the eggs. Parent bird eggs. How you are going to treat? Can't understand, right? We have different eggs. We have different eggs in the market. Some of the eggs, vegetarian eggs. Are you okay? I'm telling something here. Some of the eggs vegetarian. Some of the eggs non-veg. There's a live on it. So then, right? So there's vegetarian egg. What do you mean by that? We can't get the chicks from here. We can use a bird to hatching purpose. Once you are completing hatching process, you can't get a bird, small one. You can't get a chick. It's a vegetarian egg. So then hatching process, you can do artificially. It's called hatchery. If you are a hatchery, one go we can hatch more than 1,000 eggs. ඒකට කියන්නේ රකින්නවා කියලා නේ. So then bird කෙනෙක් මොකද කරන්නේ? ඒ egg එක temperature එක balance කරලා ඒකට කියන්නේ hatching process එක කියලා. So then whatever the eggs in the hatchery, it's a biological asset. It's a biological asset. Eggs in the hatchery, this one is a biological asset. This one, what is this? This one is a agricultural produce. දෙකම egg දෙකක්. මේක තාරාවගේ egg එකක් නේ. ඒකනේ ප්‍රශ්නේ. දෙකම on the poultry farming industry egg දෙකක්. One is having a life. Other one doesn't have a life. So then one is having the life. We have a different expectation. But the expectation, we are planning to get parent birds. It's a biological asset. Right? Other one, we don't have expectation of getting another chick. Our expectation to serve to the table is a agricultural produce. But if you have a process එක බලනකොට So then we have two different companies here. 3-acre farms and Baira farms. Two farms producing eggs. One farm producing table eggs. One farm producing eggs for chicks purpose. Two different accounting treatment. What can we have? Egg value කරන්නේ මේ විදිහට කියලා. ඔයාලට exam එකක අහන්න එකක් නෑ. Exam එකේ අහුවොත් egg value කරන්න කොහොමද කියලා ඔයාලට question එකක් තියෙනවා. What's that question? Is that a table egg or is that an eggs for chicks purpose? Another way, that eggs related to Baira farms or 3 acre farm. The way doing valuation at 5 acre farm PLC totally different with the 3 acre farm PLC. They are producing. In 5 acre we don't have eggs. They have series of millions of eggs in the hatchery. That eggs will be valued based on a kind of a biological asset perspective. Other eggs, the outcome, that's kind of a ongoing process. In create a farm, they are producing table eggs. The output that is called agricultural produce. Agricultural produce at the harvested place. If you have sent that to prepare kind of a sweets or kind of a different food, it's an inventory again, right? It may be an inventory material. So this type of complexities are there. I hope you are clear. That question may be really good. I will share some of other questions. So you can do that. I hope you are comfortable with the theoretical aspect. So මෙහෙම ප්‍රශ්නයක් යවුවා දවසක් ප්‍රාන්ත. අපේ ගෙදර තියෙන ගස් ටික මොකද කරන්නේ? අජොලියේ ගස් ආවනෝනේ ගෙදර. පාටිනේ ගස් වෙන්න පුළුවන් පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් ගස් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. පාල් ගස් වෙන්න පුළුවන් නේ කොළ තියෙන ගස් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. පුරුදු වෙන්න ගස් ආවන. ඒ පොඩ්ඩේ ගාවන්න පුළුවන් නේ. ඒ ගහ ඔයාලට කැපිටලයිස් කරන්න කිව්වොත් ඇසෙට් එකක් විදියට. ඒක තමයි. ඉබේ බැලෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඒක ඔයා සාමාන්‍යයෙන් වගේ ඉන්නකොට ඔන්ලයින් ක්ලික් කරලා ඒක බැලෙන්න. ඒක තමයි අවුලක්. So then is valuable, right? Valuable. The question is, there's a high value as the reported rate. Can we plant that in our currency? Right? So that you have not involved work while you do a transformation process. You are not managing that. Right? So without that agricultural activity, you have a plant that can't be capitalized as a biological simple. The question is, the agricultural activity behind that, are you controlling biological transformation? That is the question. Right? Okay. I hope you are clear about 41. If you have any questions, you can write to me. Then I will read that and I will answer. So I'm sure that I can comfortable whatever the question you ask me. So then the gravity of questions may clear you, right? Number of questions you ask will add value to the content as well as to others as well. Creating value to your friends as well. Right. So then here we have a topic, government grants related to agricultural activity. Government grants related to agricultural activity. I will quickly complete this. Government grant. Last week also we had a quick discussion. Government and a grant. How we are going to treat it. Here we are discussing especially government grants related to agricultural activity. Right? So we have a separate standard for this government grants, LKS 20, that will be discussed later. Before that, I want to touch upon this because 41 refers to agricultural activity related government grants. Government, the concept, there's a definition in LKS 20. So government consists Right. Your friends asking questions. Good questions. Yeah, if you are having kind of a traveling entertainment related, traveling related company, so you are getting hired some of the animals, and accidentally that animals creating giving kind of a small ones. So then how can we treat? So that was the question. So then we are getting out, getting hoses for rent basis. That hoses giving some small one. So then how we can create this situation? Then again, we don't have agricultural activity in that organization. So then what we have to do is we need to treat that as a BPNE. That's a simple conclusion. But if you have different, section in the organization, that section depends on the biological transmission. What we are doing is we have parent animal, we are getting small ones. And then that process is totally different from the entertainment process. So then that process producing supply to this entertainment task. Once you are getting small ones, you are transferred that to the higher business, entertainment business. Apart from that point, the first one is a biological transformation process. The second one, entertainment task, is another business. The hoses, parent hoses we are using breeding purpose, parent hoses we are using entertainment purpose, the vaccine and inputs we are giving totally different. The vaccine and whatever the foods we are giving for entertainment purpose may be different vaccine and foods. It will create kind of a strength to them. For the breeding purpose, the vaccine and food, we are focusing the not this strength. That's all about breeding purpose. That's the pure logic behind the parent bird and the boiler bird. In a farm, we are having set of parent birds. Parent birds, for parent birds, we are giving different vaccine. Right? Parent birds, we are giving eggs. It will create boiler birds. Right? So boiler bird in a bigger than the parent bird that they are giving. So they are not giving live the company. Eggs then a vaccine made. So then after getting this boiler egg, we need to hatch that. After hatching, we are giving the boiler bird. Boiler bird, we are giving vaccine for egg purpose. No. Boiler bird can't lay egg. Boiler bird like lay can't banana. They are like they got 45 days. 45 days in the they are then going to vaccine. Meat related vaccine. So the getting the much meat, we need to give different vaccine. So that process is too different. So that we are having boiler bird only 45 days. 45 days egg later, look, bird can expect 45 days. Right? So for that, we have to give different vaccine, different perspective. Okay. So then after here that class again, 45 days, my bird can give me. After lifespan 45 days, that bird is put into the packet, right? Plastic packet without feathers, removing feathers, and put into the packet and put into the fridge. Fridge is more than 1 year, 2 years with the ring. We can packet take expire date 2 years. So they are aged 45 days, fridge again 2 years. So fridge again the account treatment and one case 2. Cage again account treatment. Consumable animal, not a bare animal. Case 41, consumable animal. Again, parent bird account treatment. 41, not a consumable animal, it's a bare animal. Okay, parallel question. That parallel question said different with the this book parallel question said bare animal and the parent animal. Why? Bare animal, we have a long run. We need to do cash flow forecast. But where is the consumable animal? Boiler bird, only 45 days. We can get cost approximation. Cost equal to fair value. We don't need to do kind of a fair value forecast. We can say that cost equal to the fair value. That's really simple. But parent bird valuation is really difficult. For the parent bird valuation, we have the egg pattern, egg price, mortality, different terminology should be there to value the parent birds. Same like if you are having kind of a farm for milking purpose, How we are going to value? It can be fair valuation. How we are going to value it? It's again a formula. Okay. Any other question? Right. Government grants. Government. You don't have much, good picture about the word government, right? Government, you are getting kind of a bad picture, right? Government. So that definition totally differs with the standard definition. Government means maybe government related entity or kind of a foreign organization. It may be government authority related entity. It's kind of a wide range of definition. Basically, it's a it may be in the country or outside. Maybe an organization, maybe a government related entity. That's called a government, right? That government can give some benefits to an organization. That's called government grant. Free benefits will be given by the government to an organization. Once you are having kind of a benefit from third party, that should be accounted as a benefit. You are getting a benefit. It's a financial benefit or some other benefit. And financial benefit maybe. So then that benefit should be accounted as a counter, right? So then the way we are counting may be different with the condition given by that grant. So whatever the grant you are getting, there may be set of conditions behind that. That anyone understand you anything without the consent of whatever the government, they are giving something to the organization or company. It's a reason. They may have different perspective. They want to promote tourism. Because of that, they are giving interest-free loan to people who are starting tourism. Interest-free loan is the government. So then they are maybe different perspective. So then once you are having a government grant as a OE, what will happen? You have set of conditions. So then the way you are recognizing that as income should be depend on that condition. Fulfillment of that condition should be evaluated and be recognized as grant. But a grant is compelled. How much is grant? Cash debit කරලා credit කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක simple නේ. grant එකක් හම්බුනා MTN වලදී මොකද කියන්නේ? grant එකක් හම්බුනොත් MTN cash debit credit කියලා දාන්න. එකපාරට. හැබැයි මේ grant එක fulfill කරන්න අවුරුදු 5ක් විතර යනවා. We are getting like more than 5 years to fulfill this grant. It will create a cost. We need to create a cost to fulfill that condition given by the government. So they what have are you even recognizing this here or need to defer that? That right? That particular 5 years. So then that type of treatment is there under government grants, right? But here, biological asset related government grants, especially unconditional government grants, and unconditional government grant related to biological asset. Should be recognized to the PNL at the point of receivable. No need to wait until the fulfillment of condition. Why? We don't have any conditions. So then, the point of receivable, you have to recognize that as the income. Are you getting what I am telling? It's called unconditional government grant related to biological asset. Measured at its fair value less cost to sale. That be recognized into profit or loss when and only when government grant become receivable. Government grant become receivable. Once you are filling whatever the requirements, whatever the form, after sending that to the related entity, they accept, they approve to give you the grant. That is the point, receivable point. you don't have any condition to fulfill. It is so, it defines as unconditional government. Right? If you go to the standard, standard clearly says kind of a example, and you can see that. So then if you have conditions, what you have to do is conditional included when a government grant requires an entity to not to engage in specified agricultural activity. An entity that recognizes government grant. This point. In profit or loss, when and only when the condition attaching to the government grants are met. So that's the requirement. People can't see that, right? If you have conditions to meet, to achieve, so up until that point, you can't recognize the government grant. Right? Only you have unconditional government grant. At the residual point, you can recognize that as income. So then whatever the colored area in the standard, it clearly says example. Terms and conditions of government grants vary. For example, a grant may require an entity to farm in particular location for 5 years. After cultivating some of the area, maybe 5 years, you are eligible for the grant. So then it's a condition. So up until fulfillment of that condition, you can't recognize the grant. People. But it says, read this. In this case, the grant is not recognizing profit or loss until the 5 years have passed. However, if the terms of grant allow part of it to be retained according to the times that have lapsed, the entity recognizes that part in profit or loss as time passed. By that, it says, if you can recognize a part of that according to the agreement, you can split that to the 5 years and you can recognize. Right? According to the terms and conditions. So let's say they have given kind of agreement. It clearly says that you are eligible for like 5 lakhs. 5 lakhs, you have to cultivate minimum 5 years. Right? So then you have to do that cultivation definitely for 5 years to get that 5 lakhs. Then only you have recognize. So then if that agreement says you are eligible for 5 lakhs, if you are doing cultivation for next 5 years, if you have done like 2.5 years, you can get that proportionate benefit. If you have that's part of that, you are benefited to the proportionate benefit. Definitely, once you are passing your period, you can recognize that as an income. Are you getting what I'm saying? That's what it says. Once you are passing the time, according to the conditions, it will allow you to recognize the gain because you are eligible to get that gain. end of the day, after 2.5 years, why is the monitoring calculation in the Haryana? So then you pass 2.5 years, you cultivated, but you can do it, you can show that to the government, you can get 250,000. So then you can recognize that. Right? That is called conditional government grant. According to the condition fulfillment, you have to recognize into the PF. Right? That is it. Now 41 done. 41 done. 41, some of the things are there. So then agricultural activity, readiness of the agricultural activity and the biological transformation. We have three different criteria, features of a kind of a biological asset. Standard says I have not included that to the presentation. That is this one. Ability to change. These three elements. Can you all see this? Capability to change, management of change, and measurement of change. That should be there to recognize the biological asset. That these three things not in the slide deck. Ability to change. That ability can be used to change, and then that change should be managed. That change should be measured. Based on the agricultural activity, right? To consider biological assets for agricultural activity, these three features should be there. What are the three features? There should be an ability, capability to change. That change should be managed. Right? That change should be measured. That only that scenario only you can say that's biological. Otherwise, if you can't measure it, how can you measure that that's biological? These three features should be there. So then, these things can be managed. What are they? It may be the vaccine or temperature or whatever the foods. Through that, you can manage this. You can manage the biological transformation process. Then, ඔයාලගේ ගෙදර අම්මලා මොකද කරන්නේ? ඔයාලා මට ප්‍රශ්නයක් මම biological asset එකක් ගෙදරට කියලා. මම biological asset එකක් define කරන්න එපා. But there, you have some of the features, right? Capability to change. Yes, you are reading for degrees with the expectation of change. Yes. And then management of change. Oh, yeah, camera, lecture fees, then other criteria. Manage. Measure කරන්න පුළුවන්. measure කරන්න පුළුවන් කියන්නේ වාරසරහට equation doubt එකක් තියෙනවා. complete කරයිද නැත්ද? ඒකට percentage එකක් දාන්න. future job එකක් කරයිද නැත්ද කියලා percentage එකක් දාන්න. whatever the cash inflows, but residual value එකක් නැහැ. RNG convert residual value එකක් තියෙනවා. human being වල residual value එකක්. ඒක residual value එකක් ගන්න බෑ. එතනත් තියෙන්නේ cost එකක්. user ගන්න ගොඩක් cost එකක්. If you are Muslims, very good. Within a day, they finish the job. Other cases, it will cost it to a funeral. Funeral expenses are the cash outflow. So, one funeral people, residual value of the cash outflow. So once you're getting your fair value, you need to have cash outflow at the end. So then after putting all those things, you can consider this. No. So then you are not a biological asset. Why? Parents doesn't have expectations about the biological agricultural activity results. And it's not biological transformation process. Right? Okay. Once you are going through each and every letters in the standard, we have some of other things. The latest standard book. It's only the LKS 1 to 41. So only LKS we have set bar is 16 now. Another 16 standards. The standard books for 2021 people. LKS we going to lazy. 41 meter lazy so then here we have LKS 41 para number 25 says biological assets are open physically attached to the land. Biological asset physically attached to the land. You can't separate it. You want to sell it. How you are going to manage it? As at the reporting date, how you are going to treat it? It clearly says if you can't detach that asset from the land, value it as a part. Remove that land value. You are ending with the biological asset value. Biological asset value should be separated and it should be disclosed separately. That's para number 25. Right? Para number 30, really important para. Right? 41, para number 30. The inaccurate interpretation of the pair value, relax please. That's really important. LKS 41, para number 30. That is, you are unable to do pair valuation. You are going to. That's really important. There is a presumption that fair value can be measured reliably for biological assets. There's a presumption that, what is that? Fair value can be measured reliably for biological assets. There's a presumption. Presumption is what is going to be presumption? What is that? What is presumption? Revenue is a default fraud risk presumption. We can rebut it, right? Revenue recognition is the default fraud risk. Here, standard says we presume that biological asset can be valued fairly. Fair value can be measured, right? But it says that presumption can be rebutted only on initial recognition for biological asset for which alternate market price are not available, right? And for which alternative fair value measurements are determined to be clearly unreliable. What do you mean by that? Presumption is fair value can be done, but if you don't have a fair value, if you don't have active market, the valuation process also, if you can't do, then you are helpless, right? You have a biological asset, you have a managing process, you are involved in to manage the biological transformation process, but you don't have any information to do the evaluation. If it is so, standard clearly says In such a case, the biological assets has been mentioned that first any accumulated depreciation and any accumulated impairment losses should be deducted. But it says if you are in such a situation, what you can do is you can use first method to recognize it. You have to deduct the depreciation and impairment. Again, මොකද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? TPE වගේම regression model and first model. But here we have kind of an exceptional situation. You need to justify. So then the standard setters, we have to give credit to their wives. They have think about small players. You know, right? If you do kind of a poultry farm or something like that, you have parent birds. You do financial reporting to do kind of a valuation of parent birds at a huge cost to them, right? Develop a model for monitoring these inputs. It's creating a significant cost. If a farmer has done valuation, so then they have given the solution. Solution is optional. If you are difficult to measure it vastly, you can use the cost measure. Right? Those are the things. I think I covered all standard definitions and everything. So then your commitment would be there to learn this practically with examples. You have to do questions by your own without help from others. Then only you can learn. Right? Standard they have practical sense about the standard. That's all about applied accounting degree. Okay, so we are moving to earning per share, EPS. Prakash, phone number එකක් තියෙනවනේ අපිට වතුරක් දීලා නැහැනේ. ඒකක් ඕනද? අප්පා. Standard එක පුරා පේ ලෙවල් එකකින් ගන්නවා. right? හරි ආරම්භේ we can go for break as soon as possible, like 10 minutes. Then we can come back and I'm going to start earning per share. Then I already I to complete. Thank you. අතුරෝනේ අතුර නැහැ නේ කියලා නේද? ඔව්. මේපා මම ගිහින් ගන්නම්. They're selling this thing.
They won't, after that they won't give their like that to us, but they will give them return to us. Like, there is there is only practice now. It is like usually the PPE also brings down the investment. So
Giving capital appreciation.
this goes down.
We didn't take the business model. Yes, sir. We need to evaluate the business model. Have a point. So then justify one actually investment property. It's for the renting purpose of capital appreciation. The question is not the renting purpose. Question is are we keeping for the capital appreciation? If you have agreed terms and conditions now, selling price, we don't have capital appreciation. We have already agreed. We don't have capital appreciation. So then we can't put it to the investment property category. Then again, it's a biological. Yeah.
Some people like this.
Yeah. That's the intention we need to get. We need to read the contract. Let's see, my answer is different process. Specific process. Specific. And financial station for the process. FSCP getting financial statement closure process. So then it's a separate process. Whatever the audit need to do that. So we have the trial balance and financial statement. So we have trial balance and we run some ledgers. After getting this trial balance and to the financial statement, there's a portion preparing disclosures, notes, and everything. And passing double entries and manual entries and year-end entries. That process should be checked, and there should be controls to understand that. Right? So then, whatever the process you have response, you are ending with TB, no? Ending with TB, ending with FS, the system, right? TB to financial statement, there's a process. To financial statement. So they analyze the notes to another FS process करने में process ये process से कितना है तो वो side opinion नहीं करते then you should have proper understanding of the FSCP process. Some of the companies through the trial balance you can generate the FS. Then FSCP process will be very easy. Otherwise, from TB to FS, it's a kind of a fully manual process. Again, if TB and FS are manual, they come a manual process. So data to our original. Detail control. Administration expense. Admin expense. Admin expense आपकी note टेक देने आया क्या? Note मिल के then that's when पुला. एक manage कर decision लेंगे. ඒක නොදීන්නත් පුළුවන් දෙන්නත් පුළුවන් නෝට් දෙන්න කියලා තමයි කියලා තියෙන්නේ. ඔයාලට ඔඩිට් විදිහට කියන්න පුළුවන් මේක ඇඩ්මින් එක දෙන්න කියලා. ඇඩ්මින් එක සමානව කියන්න පුළුවන් ඇඩ්මින් එක දිග වැඩි දෙන්න බෑ කියලා. නේද? ඒක නිසා තමයි කියන්නේ අපි නෝට් එකක් දෙන්නේ. The expense consider for above profit was included this කියලා unusual expenses ටිකක් කියනවා. නේද? Salaries, depreciation, auditors fee, legal charges, donation ඒවා. ඒ ටික කියන්නේ මේක කියන්නේ තමයි. ඒක ඉන්ක්ලූඩ් වෙනවා මේක. සෙපරේට් නෝට් එකක් දෙන්නේ. ඉන්වෙන්ටරි නම් නෝට් එකක් තියෙනවා. මේක නම් නෝට් එකක් තියෙනවා. රෙවෙනියු නම් නෝට් එකක් තියෙනවා. ඇඩ්මින් එක්ස්පෙන්ස් නෝට් එකක් විතර දිග වැඩි නිසා සමාන කම්පෙට් දෙන්නේ. සමාන කම්පෙට් දෙන්නේ. ඔව්. ඒවා P&L එකට එන්නේ නැහැ. ඇඩ්මින් එක්ස්පෙන්ස් කියලා විතරයි මේක. ඒක නෝට් එකක් දෙනවා. ඒක එහෙමනම් ඩීටේල් ඇඩ්මින් එක්ස්පෙන්ස් කැටගරිස් එකේ කරනවා. ඒකේ බ්‍රේක් අප් එකක් දෙන්නවා. ඒකේ TB එකෙන් තියෙන TB බ්‍රේක් අප් එක. එහෙමනේ. එක්ස්පෙන්ස් එකේ තියෙනවා ඇඩ්මින් එක්ස්පෙන්ස් 6 මිලියන්. ඒකේ නෝට් එක 12. නෝට් එක 12ට ගියාම කැටගරිස් වලට තියෙනවා කැටගරි 10ක්. මේක එකතු 6 මිලියන්. તો මේ කැටගරි 10 TB එකට ගියාම TB account 40කින් හැදෙනවා. ඒ 40 තමයි 6 මිලියන්. ඒවා TB එකේ account 40කින් narration 10කින් ඇවිල්ලා management decision එකකින් ඔයා කොච්චර detail එකක් account එක දෙනවද? That's up to you to decide with the management. ඒක
Ahora kita என்ன கதை அந்த சுத்தியும் சரி இன்னும் நீங்க very
Again, actually,
අපිට දාලා අපි 17 feet මාත් මේක ඔඩි එක සේව දායි දැන් ඉතින් වරගෙන ඉන්නේ
තිබුණා ඉතින් අපිට හොඳට කරන්න මේ පොඩි
පස්සේ ඉස්සක්ලා
මට කිව්වා මේ ඊයේ හම්බුණා මේ මෙයා පසින්දු දාන ගෙදර පරාද හම්බුණා නපුනේ
මාත් බැලුවේ
දාන නැන්ද
සානක
දැන්
පාර්ලිය වර්ණයේ Serang hampir ini, oke, yang ini kita ini apa?
මේකේ මේ කොපරේට් රිපෝටින් කරන්න දාන්න ඔව්
atau try kan katakan tuh yes dia flexible ini itu
දැන් ඒකට කතා කරමු
ya
අපි හම්බෙන්නේ Right. My post-media assignment, right? I will take a paper and put numbers, so we can upload, right? It may be very easy assignment. That's to be a read page 41. See that? Okay. So then we didn't discuss about this disclosure requirement. We discussed about definitions, done, measurement, fair value less cost to sale, And then disclosures. Disclosures we didn't discuss about LTS 41, right? So then you can read through basically disclosures once you are doing fair valuation, related inputs, and the classification about biological asset, consumable biological asset, nature of the biological asset. Is there any guaranteed commitments related to biological assets? Or if you have pledged this biological asset, you need to disclose different treatment. Further, if you are having kind of a conditional government class, then manufacturing activity, you have to disclose. Further, if you are using the exceptional treatment, you are using post-mortem for biological asset, you have to explain the departmental explanation, justification will be disclosed in the financial. Likewise, we have set of disclosure. You can read through that. Whatever the things we discussed, definition and identification, related useful information to be disclosed after financial statement disclosure. Parallelly, it should be complied with the past 13 disclosures as well. Because for fair valuation regarding 13 clearly says that you have to disclose levels of the fair valuation, level 1, level 2, level 3. Accordingly, inputs, observable and unobservable inputs have used, and then further you have to disclose the sensitivity also for the inputs. Sensitivity, whatever the inputs you have used for the fair valuation, you have to give the sensitivity. Let's say you are using mortality 1% change, how will it impact the PNL? Likewise, sensitivity analysis of fair valuation should be given. What do you mean by that? If you are using fair valuation model, put fair value for biological assets, you are using unobservable inputs. Unobservable inputs, as a stakeholder in the market, you can't observe that information only with you. You are using that, right? If it is so, what you have to do is you have to do the sensitivity analysis. Whatever the inputs you have used, if there's a deviation of 1% or 10% or 100%, what's the impact to the PNL? That type of disclosure could be given according to syllabus 13. So then, 41 directly use syllabus 13 means the syllabus 13 required disclosure should be given for biological asset as well. In mind, I have given all those requirements in latter part of the slide deck. Now I am moving to earning per share. That case 33. Earning per share. Okay, that should be a reasonable learn this. Idea learning this. What do you mean by earning per share? We are working about earning per share. We have some other ratios. We have DPM, dividend per share. We have price earning ratio, PE ratio. We have kind of a current ratio. So all those ratios we don't have standard, but earning per share we have a standard. Why? Earning per share we have a standard because it may be very important. Once you are calculating, you may use different mechanisms. You can play around that. Because of that, you may use different information to stakeholders as an output. That's why we are having this standard here. If it is straightforward, we don't hold standard. For the current ratio, we don't have the standard. Current asset divided by current liability. That's the current ratio. So that current ratio or gross margin So gross margin, do we have standard? No. Gross margin is simple. Margin divided by revenue. So then we don't have a standard. But earnings per share we have standard. It may be complicated, right? People may use different calculation to derive with earnings per share. Very simple. You know the share, right? You know the earnings. Earnings divided by earnings per share. One share, but the earning power you are having is a very useful information to investors. And not only for investors, whatever the stakeholders in the company, they can see the earning per share of the company and they can make decision about the company. Whether we can get understanding about the profitability and the long going concern ability and further stability of the employment, and then government side they can check whether they are having profitable content, are they paying taxes, likewise. Many stakeholders can make many decisions about earnings per share. That's a very simple formula to calculate it. Earning divided by number of shares. You know shares, right? You know earnings. Earnings, you may have a doubt, right? Earnings, which earning you are referring? Profit after tax or profit before tax? Or gross margin? All are earnings. That's a doubt. What you have to use? Then we have a doubt. Number of shares. Number of shares is the asset concept. Profit is for the period. At the year end, you may have some number of shares. At the end of the year, you may have a different figure. At the opening balance, they may have totally different figure. During the period, you may have share issues. So then, it will complicate, right? It will complicate. Otherwise, some of the shares, you may have some other priorities, options, some other futuristic commitments with shares. Some shares are issuing with option, convertible option. Or share warranty may be there with the shares. So then, how are we going to treat that? We have set of shares. Some of the shares, they are having some of the share warranty or share options. They can use that option in the future. Options. Some of the preferential shareholders, maybe debenture holders, they are having a kind of option to convert to share, the ordinary shares. That's how we are going to treat it. Likewise, you are having different perspectives, different scenarios under share and earnings. Because of that, the way you are calculating earnings per share is complicated. That's why you are having a standard. And earnings per share is really useful information for business valuation. Business valuation. Have you done that? The syllabus you may have that valuation something. Do that. Once you are reading for valuation subject, earnings per share is one of the inputs you are using for valuation. As a business, you can do valuation in the business, we can give different values. The least value you can do different, but book value. Book value. Book value. And then you may have market value. You may have market value. Value based on earnings. Value based on futuristic earnings. you can do a valuation. These are different values. Different values. You have a line like this. This value may be book value. Book value. This value, market value. This may be different valuation techniques. PE valuation, earning valuation, different valuation mechanism may be there. Different values. Are you getting what I'm telling you? So for valuation, you can use different valuation techniques. Your organization may get different values. Right? In the books, you are having very less amount. Other than that, there are negative and positive values in your organization. Example, as per case 38, intangible asset, internally generated intangible asset, we are not supposed to record in the books. That is not visible, right? Your role as a accountant in the finance division, the books you are keeping not reflect the internally generated goodwill, the capacity of the employees, experience, knowledge, and uniqueness, and the service quality. All those things, qualitative aspect may not reflect in the book value, right? Futuristic possibilities, some of the development capabilities won't be reflected in here. So then, according to the government initiative, after another 5 years' time, our business may be the top priority company in Sri Lanka, but it not reflects in the books values. So then, as accountant, the numbers we have given not reflect the exact value in the business. That's a kind of a limitation in historical accounting. That's the limitation in historical accounting. So then we have a market value. Market value. Market value in the sense, if you are having kind of a listed company, you have a market value to each and every share. Market value, right? Market value will be reflected the exact value to the company. Based on the market, whether it's efficient market or less efficient market or inefficient market, this market value may be misleaded. Example, one. Example, Sri Lankan context. After market has been common. At the election, and market fluctuated. At the flat, the condition, market is fluctuated. Even market is fluctuating. If it is an efficient market, market should be fluctuated based on the real information. After qualitative, irrelevant information based on the market should fluctuate. That is an indication of an inefficient market. Are efficient stock market becomes? So then they have to do transactions based on undisclosed information. Undisclosed information. Without having the information, the investors can predict and they can get this information. They can visualize this information and they are making decisions about the shares. That's a high efficient market. Inside the DE, inside the market taking information in a Kali, investment information. Auditors are the inside the DE. If you are an auditor, you can't be an investor of that company because you know the inside information. whether they are going to issue another set of shares or dividends, or are they investing in a different foreign country. It will add value to shares. If they are generating if they are buy shares. Buy it take a disclosure share price. Share price what I got. If I can decide the if I can auditor can official accountant can create what one company shares, I'll give straight around the bank. Right. So then whatever the values will reflect the relevant information for stakeholders for investment decisions. So the earning per share is a one aspect you can use for business valuation. Business valuation. PE ratio, price earning ratio, market value divided by EPS. This is a PE ratio, price earning ratio. Whatever the invested price, what are the terms you have to keep this investment to earn that? You have invested 100 to one share, earning per share 50. You have to keep 2 years to earn this share. That's called price earning ratio, PE share, PE ratio. Based on PE ratio, you can do business valuation. So then, to do this PE ratio level business valuation, we need to have what? We need to have proper earning per share. That earning per share should be comparable. We have to use common mechanism to calculate the earning per share. To establish a common platform, we have a standard here. We have to follow that standard to calculate earning per share. Then it will create a kind of a comparability among comparative companies. Whatever the earning per share calculated by other companies can be compared because both we are calculated the earning per share by using same way. That's the purpose. That's the intent of learning this standard, right? Upload login it's better to read the standard, no? While standard booking can't, then upon other. Here is the pair and different for here and all that. Another proof that. Here and the end, other put it there. Here. Make that a part one. So you can discount that can get this money from Srilanka account. You have to read that. That's a kind of a Bible app and account. How does it make an update on it? Then whenever may book sale එකක් තියෙන ඕන standard books එක set කරලා තියෙනවා. Revision එන්න ගන්න වෙනවා. Right. Scope in, scope out. Who's responsible to calculate earnings per share? The question is, as organization, do we calculate earnings per share? Then it will be organized. That's the market. That's the rule. Answer is, it is not. If you have publicly traded investment, yeah, listed company is the must. Otherwise, you don't need to give earnings per share. Only listed companies required to earnings per share in their financial statement. That is the requirement. So if it is a private limited company, earnings per share is close to around. But in practice, you can do it. So that if you are an accountant in a private company, the CFO may ask from you, you need to disclose earnings per share. You can say that. No, so the earnings per share is not a must to private limited company. But you can disclose it. And then practice, that's not a requirement. This is relevant for only for listed companies. It's a must. Annual report marking wala. Lapun goda company earnings per share disclose करना चाहिए. So then if you have calculated diluted earnings per share, you are getting 4 marks. If you have not done earnings per share, you have not disclosed earnings per share, that may be a minus mark for annual report marking. Right? There should be a separate disclosure for earnings per share in the listed company. Then we have a question. Listed company, we have consolidation and individual company. What's the requirement? Do we do earnings per share for individual company or to the consolidation? No. That will give consolidated earnings per share. Not for the individual company. If you believe to give that to the individual company, that's okay. For the more information, you can disclose that. But the requirement is for consolidated numbers. Keep in mind. Right? Is it allowed for unlisted company to present EPS in their FS? Yes, not mandatory. Run pull are not mandatory. If of this disclosure, EPS shall be calculated and presented in accordance with this. What disclose karana na? How to use this standard? Right. If you are using EPS in a private limited company, then you have to calculate according to this standard. It should be there. And should EPS be presented on the basis of both consolidated and separate FS in a set of consolidated FS? No, it shall be only on the basis of consolidation information, but not restricted. If two shall present EPS on separate FS and that shall be disclosed only on separate statement of comprehensive income. Right? And calculation with here. The way how we need to do the calculation. Very easy, right? But the exam question will be the digital part. Then simple calculation, basic EPS. And we have diluted EPS to consider. The basic EPS that has considered basic EPS and then annual EPS. Basic EPS, simple, right? Net profit or loss. Tapi the formula is not clear. Simplify. Basic EPS, let's say profit after tax divided by weighted average number of ordinary shares outstanding. That's the formula. What is that? Preference dividend. Net profit of loss. Preference dividends has been deducted by preference share dividend is not an expense in the P&L. It will be deducted from the equity statement. So then equity preference dividends should be deducted separately by net profit or loss was generated without deducting preference share dividends. That side it's deducted. Make a realistic exact formula the reason is preference share dividends, there we are going to deduct it from the equity statement, right? Preference share dividend. Because of that, it's not a earning to ordinary shareholders. Earning per share will be calculated for whom? To ordinary shareholders. If it is so, dividend for preference share equal cash outflow from the equity, not related to ordinary shareholders. So then everything from the profit or loss should be deducted. Right. And then weighted average number of ordinary shares outstanding. Weighted average number of ordinary shares outstanding. You have to give kind of a weightage. That's important. Earning per share. So for this financial year, we earn profit after tax. Profit after tax. Profit after tax. Let's say 2.5 million. 2.5 million. 2.5 million. Here we had 100,000 shares. At the year end also same. At the year end also same. So then we no need to calculate weighted average number of shares because to generate this profit, these shares directly contribute throughout the year. Right? So imagine the second scenario. We had a 50,000 share issue at the mid of the year, June 30th. June 30th, we have a kind of a share issue. So then 2.5 million profit was generated as a contribution of 100,000 shares for 6 months, 150 shares for another 6 months. Right? So then if we have a scenario like this, are you willing to do the EPS like this? Is this reasonable? Are you okay to calculate like this? Can't do that. We need to give kind of a weightage to the period. Simple. 2.5 million divided by 150 can't be by the 50,000 shares issued below the year. So then we have to give a kind of a weightage. So then what we have to do? Based on the days, based on the period, we are giving kind of a weightage for 50,000. So what we have to do is 2.5 million sale, 100 shares we keep full year, right? Into 12 divided by 12. 12 divided by 12, 1. No need to put a weightage. So then what you have to do? 50,000 into 12 into 6 weightage. It means half. So the basic earning per share means 2.5 million divided by 125,000 shares. 125,000 shares. Okay. 50,000 divided by 2. Based on the time period, we have given a weightage to the number of shares. That is called weighted average number of shares. Weighted average number of ordinary shares outstanding. We need to view the relevant weightage for relevant share. Now we have discussed about the formula of basic earning per share equal profit after tax deducted related expenses, other expenses. Now we have done the have completed the basic earning per share. Right. Right. Diluted earning per share. What do you mean by that? Diluted earning per share. Earning per share, diluted earning per share. So then these two concepts very important. And in this case, if there is no dilution, clearly mentioned that in the related party disclosure, whatever the share we have used, there is no dilution. The basic EPS equal to diluted earning per share. This type of scenario we are looking at. Dilution. So then net profit down number of ordinary shares issued, potential ordinary shares. Potential ordinary shares. What do you mean by that? As I explained previously, some of the ordinary shares you have here, they have some futuristic rewards, futuristic rights to get some other shares. That's why we are having kind of a diluted earning per share. Potential right is there with these shareholders to have some more share in the future. Right? So then you need to focus the difference between EPS and the diluted earning per share. Here we are discussing, right? We have 2.5 million profit, 125 weighted average shares. Right? So you are getting an answer for this. You are getting an answer for this. Earning per share. You are getting an answer for this. Then what you have to do? As a listed company, you are going to disclose this in the annual report, and it will be published. Right? So then that will be a kind of information as an outside investor. They will see this earning per share. What they are thinking? After investing in this company, this is the earning we can get per year, earning per share per year. And he will calculate the what's the PE ratio. PE ratio. He is going to invest in the stock market. Once he is investing, he is going to invest 10 million. 10 million. So then he want to calculate this 10 million will be recovered within another 3 years time based on the information published. Based on the earning per share published. So then he is very comfortable. He can earn this 10 million within another 3 years. Within another 3 years based on the earning per share. Right? He's comfortable, he's going to invest. He's going to invest and through a broker. He has done his 10 million and he invested. So then, after a while, like after 6 months, he got to know that whatever the investors in the company, they are having another right to have, if we are having 5 shares, within another 5 years, there may be another bonus issue of 1 share. Bonus issue of 1 share. Or else, each and every from this 125 shareholders, 12,000 shareholders, 100 shares having the option to have some 1 share in after 5 years. After 5 years, these shareholders will get another 100 shares. So then after 5 years, this may increase to 225 shares without any contribution. Are you getting what I'm saying? Whatever the available shareholders having the right to have some more shares in near future. If it is so, that should be reflected in the EPS. That is a very vital information to the stakeholder to take a decision. So that he knows that after putting 10 million, he can recover 3 years. He can recover 3 years based on the EPS given. For to calculate this EPS, they have used 125. But within another 2 years, without any cash flow to the entity, this will double. So then his EPS after 2 years will be definitely reduced. So then after investing this 10 million, he will recover this within not the 3 years, it will take another 7 years to recover. That information is very important. That information is really important to get that decision. Is based on not the basic earning per share. He is focusing on what? Diluted earning per share. What's the exact reason? The denominator used for the basic earning per share calculation having another commitment to give that. Or America. America කොට කියනවා අපි ගෙදර වාට දෙනවා කියලා. ගෙදර වාට දෙනවා කියලා කියනවා. ඊට පස්සේ ඒ කියනකොට කොහොමද පේනවා? තව නංගිල මල්ලිලා තින්නවා. එතකොට ඔයා earning per share calculate කරනකොට land per share කියන්නේ land එකේ කොච්චර තියෙනවද? එතකොට එකිනෙකට කොච්චර හම්බෙනවද කියන එක calculate කරනකොට ඔයාගේ නම දාලා විදාගෙන ඉපයි. කොහොම කිව්වද? නේද? ඔයාගේ නම දාලා land එක purchase let's say 25 purchase තියෙනවනේ. ඔයා එකෙන්ම දාගන්න එපා. නේද? ඔයාලා කමිට්මන්ට් එකක් තියෙනවනේ තම ඉස්සරහට. නේද? ඒකත් ඇඩ් කරලා diluted per purchase බලන්න. ඒක තමයි කියන්න ඕන. හරි අපේ මේකේ එක්තරා කිව්වා so we have that diluted earning per share this month. So then based on that you have taken this. That's how what කරන්නේ invest කරලා ඉවරනාට පස්සේ දුක හිතෙන්න. Right? So then take an effective decision. You have to base on what? Diluted earnings per share. This is what done here. So now බලන්න ඕනේ මොන වගේ dilution දෙන්නේ මොනවද තියෙන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. They are maybe share warrants, options, convertible preference shares, convertible debt. Preference shares තියෙනවා. Preference shares තියෙනවා that can be converted to shares. So what annual report එකේ disclose කරනවා, this is our earning per share. But others don't know that we have some of the debentures of preference shares will be converted to ordinary shares in another 2 years. So then after converting that to ordinary shares, definitely this earning per share will be reduced. ඔයාට කියලා නැහැ ෆැමිලි එකේ මෙච්චර කට්ටිය ඉන්නවා කියලා. වෙඩින් එක වල ඉතින් ගියාට මම තමයි නැන්නේ විද්‍යාවෙන් කරන්නේ නැහැ. Without shareholders we don't disclose කරන්නේ. So then to give exact information, so the real information, then we need to base on what? Based on the diluted earnings per share. The real value of real number of shares should be used to divide the earnings. That we need to consider whatever the warrants, options, convertible options given to shareholders. That should be captured to earnings per share calculation. And make it a make product companies that are there. There is some other country make a natural disclose investment investors are restricted. So they strictly standard settlers saying that you have to calculate diluted earnings per share. If you are not calculating it, there is no impact. You have to disclose separately. Diluted earnings per share equal to basic earnings per share. There is no dilution threat. So then the same holders can freely use this earnings per share for their decisions. I hope you are clear. එහෙම නෝට් එකක් බලන්න කෑමද? ඉවර නෑ. 3:30 you know. So then overall reporting. So then we need to say our foreign exchange profit consolidation, value plus consolidation, political assets plus consolidation, right? So then we practice in the time. Anti pelanggan pun bahan besar bahan besar dia dengan. Untuk dan kira bahan besar bahan dia dengan. Terlepas dengan dengan. Fifty times they have different to the back and out. They want to return and last. Yeah, here tight schedule with a good intent. Learn over it report. Over the time they can So then I'm going to read diluted and share. 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Diluted and share. Yeah, basic percent diluted, right? Basic percent diluted. So then it says 3.35. That's a decrease, right? So then we can go to the note 14, right? Note 14. Right. This is the note 14. You can read this. Here clearly says that there was no potentially dilutive ordinary shares outstanding at any time during the year. It's really important. That's why I told you that if you don't have dilutive effect, you have to disclose this under the earning per share calculation disclosure. That's the comparison disclosure as a listed entity. Right. So the ones you are having profit after tax, number of shares, and then if you don't have dilutive effect, or in other terms, whatever the shares you have, you don't have future commitments. That should be rendered. Then the displayed earning per share is a real value that can be used for your investment decisions. That's what we are giving to this information. That's a standard requirement, right? So then now you know that the percent between basic earning per share and diluted earning per share. Right? So then next we do calculation. Earning per share calculation, diluted earning per share calculation with right issue and bonus issue. Right? Right issue and bonus issue. Right issue may be bonus issue may be very easy. Right issue is the area need to be focused. That will be tested in exam, right? At the point of right issue, how you are going to calculate earning per share and diluted earning per share? You need to calculate the value, the theoretical extract price, and then the economic factor adjustment. And then you need to calculate both bonus element. You have to arrive with the end earning per share calculation. So it's a very complicated calculation. So the video present should be there in next lecture because definitely the question in the exam. The right issue related earning per share calculation with diluted earning per share calculation. So it will be very complex. We need to know the theoretical aspect. Without knowing that, it is difficult to tackle the exam question. So then, I hope your participation for next week. So then next week we are planning to complete earning per share, all calculations and theoretical aspects and all. So then my plan is after earning per share, I'm planning to start area number 3. That's about financial statement and the business interpretation and communication. So then, and will be discussed quickly, and I will give that as group assignment, and you can focus on that. Within another maximum 4 weeks. It only 2 weeks. Next week, earning per share. The remaining parts will be started. Ratio analysis. Rest will be covered in the lecture. So then, within another 4 lectures time, I will give that as group assignment. We can start with group assignment, right? That's the plan. So then, continuously completing pilot, and then after completing this ratio analysis, I will start completing. Consultation is the area. You have to be there in the class in full time. Right? Formula, class exam. Up to now, something because I have to get out of the class. If the bank should have done it over now, it is the I have to get right. It's about it. Just if you can't continue with the consultation. That's a must. If you miss biological lesson, that's okay. One question. You can read some article, few videos, you can follow this biological lesson. That's okay. Very much people. You can people kind of video clips, you can do some. So the third theoretical experiment calculation is right of right issue with the bonus issue element. That's okay. But consolidation, for that, I will give that 30 marks in the exam. Consolidation. We have to keep that in the class. Find that that way not easy. More than the prediction before the exam. Consolidation. More than 25. You can do kind of 40 questions. Maybe you can face exam easy. The paper I have prepared, I also give instructions plan with the exam. The level of the exam. So then, prepare for them. Okay then, that's it. For today.